Hello, I'm Richard Hunter, Head of Markets, and welcome to our look ahead for the week commencing the 24th of July. Been a fairly positive week for the markets this week. In the States, there are increasing hopes that a soft landing can be engineered as the US economy continues to be resilient despite the aggressive interest rate hiking policy. An unusually positive but welcome development in the UK with inflation coming in slightly lower than expected. That being said, of course, it's one battle won rather than the war, but it could nonetheless mean that the Bank of England interest rate hiking cycle is nearing its own end. So, in the year to date, the Dow Jones is currently up 6.3%, S&P 500 18%, the Nasdaq up by 34%, and the FTSE 100 back in positive territory, although up just 2.6%. Turning to next week, there is a raft of companies reporting. The banks are probably centre stage with their half year numbers. Four of the five top banks will be reporting, namely Lloyds, Barclays, NatWest, and Standard Chartered. HSBC's the week after. They've seen a fairly mixed share price performance just in this year to date, for example. Standard Chartered is up 15%. Largely predicated, of course, on the reopening of the Chinese economy, although that itself has started to falter more recently. NatWest down 2%. And obviously, one of the things that's been overhanging the banking sector was that banking turmoil. So we'll be looking out very much for the bank's reaction to how they've dealt with that turmoil, whether indeed the ongoing interest rate environment being higher is good for net interest income and indeed net interest margin, and their current outlook and whether they are deciding to basically employ more impairment provisions on the face of rising customer defaults or not. That could be an equally positive move. Finally, shareholder returns. We are aware after the recent banking stress test that each of these banks flew through the test, still awash with capital, so further buybacks or increases to the dividend are possible. Elsewhere, we've got numbers from BT, shares down by 30% over the last year. Look out for their ongoing cost-cutting success and, of course, the rollout of both fibre and indeed 5G. There's going to be an update also from Shell, shares up 16% over the last year. Big rumours of a further buyback there, so that's something to look out for. Updates from GlaxoSmithKline and AstraZeneca, shares down 23% and 4% respectively over the last year. And again, this will be around any success they've had, not only in terms of research and development, but also drug approvals. And finally, Unilever, whose shares are up just 4% over the last year. Look out here for whether they have continued to pass on many of the inflationary price rises that they've been suffering, see if they're passing them on to customers and whether that's continuing to have an effect on their volumes. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.